Scientists drilling deep into an iceberg of Greenland have discovered a fish with glowing green antifreeze coursing through its veins. The juvenile variegated contained the highest expression level of antifreeze protein ever reported. Similar to how antifreeze helps to regulate the temperature of a car engine in extreme conditions, certain species have evolved to have similar protection, especially those living in frigid habitat such as the polar water of Greenland. Antifreeze proteins stick to the surface of smaller ice crystal and slow or prevent them from growing into larger and more dangerous crystals. Fish from both the North and South Pole independently evolved these proteins. Antifreeze proteins were first discovered in some Antarctic fish nearly 50 years ago. Unlike certain cold-blooded species of reptiles and insects, fish are unable to survive when their body fluids freeze, which can cause grains of ice to form inside their cell and essentially turns them into fish popsicles. The fact that these different antifreeze proteins have evolved independently in a number of different and not closely related fish lineage shows how critical they are to the survival of these organisms in these extreme habitats. Snailfish produce antifreeze proteins like any other protein and then excrete them into their bloodstream. However, snailfish appear to be making antifreeze proteins in the top 1% of other fish genes. Scientists found the tiny tadpole-like creature in 2019 during an expedition as they explored the iceberg habitat off the coast of Greenland. The scientists were flummoxed when they discovered the biofluorescent snailfish glowing brilliant green and red in the icy habitat. The snailfish was one of the few species of fish living among the icebergs in the crevices. It was surprising that such a tiny fish could live in such an extremely cold environment without freezing. It's also rare for Arctic fishes to exhibit biofluorescence, which is ability to convert blue light into green, red or yellow light since there are prolonged periods of darkness, especially in the winter at the poles. Normally, this characteristic is found in fish swimming in warmer water. This is the first reported case of an Arctic fish species exhibiting this adaptation. The scientists further examined the biofluorescence properties of the snailfish and found two different types of gene families encoding for antifreeze proteins according to a separate statement as adaptation that essentially helps them avoid turning into frozen fish sticks. This mind-boggling level of antifreeze production could help this species adapt to a sub-zero environment. It also raises a question about how snailfish will fare as ocean temperature increase as a result of global warming. Due to rapidly warming water in the Arctic, these cold water adapted species will also have to compete with warmer water species that are now able to migrate north and survive at higher latitudes.